Welcome everybody. My name is Mike Stewart, the Internet Audio and Video Guy, and I'm so glad that you've come together here to listen to my good friend Daniel Hall. I met Daniel Hall, probably about 4 or 5 years ago at a Tom Antion event. He was a student of Tom Antion, and he was actually presenting there about how speakers can speak on cruise ships. And we had a lot of nice, great conversations. And, you know, like Tom Antion says, Dan's one of the good guys. Tom prides himself on associating with good guys, and I like to associate myself with people that I trust, know, have good quality information, honor what they say, and really try to think about create things that, you know, help people accomplish their goals. And that's who Daniel Hall is. I wouldn't be supporting him. I wouldn't be asking you folks to show up and listen to a guy who didn't have the real deal. That's who Daniel is. And, you know, I'm a fan to this day of audio and video. I mean, I always will be. That's my passion of doing things with creative music and creative video and making it work on the internet. And especially like what you're looking at, the picture of that iPhone, these mobile devices are just exploding with the potential of making audio and video work on them. And Daniel, a few months ago, you know, told me he just couldn't take his eyes off of how you can tie audiobook content with the ability to sell that audiobook content through Amazon, Kindle, and, you know, he's a Kindle expert. He's an expert at what it takes to make good content that makes money in that, you know, what I consider to be one of the largest search engines in the world. We all think of Google, but really Amazon is a search engine, and you know you need to master Amazon because that's where people have their credit cards and their PayPal accounts handy to do purchases. So I can ramble all night long. I'm good at rambling, but I don't want to ramble right now. I want to be a student. I'm going to mute my microphone, and I want you to sit back, take notes, and be aware that my good friend Daniel Hall is going to teach you the audiobook cash flow, the step-by-step blueprint, the easy way to do it, and so that you can take your information, turn it into an MP3 file, and play in this arena to the benefit of your business. So Daniel, the floor or the internet or whatever you want to call it is yours. Have a great time, and I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
All right, man. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Mike, and thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here today. And I have a promise for you. I have a promise for you. In fact, let me tell you about what you have, what's in store for you. In fact, here's my promise. I'm going to show you in this time we have together, step by step, how to squeeze more money out of your Kindle books or any other content by selling audiobooks and other audio content on Amazon.com. Specifically, I'm going to show you how to record, edit, upload, and sell your content on today's very webinar. So the reason I say this right up front is I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So let me hear from you. Is this why you are here today? Do I have the right audience? Go now to your questions box and type in heck yes. If that's we're cool on that, and we're all of one mind, and we're all going in the same direction. Just want to make sure that we've got that set. So that's my commitment to you, and this is what I'm going to do for you. All right. All right. So here's the other thing. So now you understand my commitment to you. I'm asking a commitment back from you. Okay, because I really want you to get full benefit out of our time together. It doesn't help me, and it sure as heck doesn't help you if you're only giving me partial attention. So, will you commit to giving me your full attention? That means, will you close Facebook, turn off your email, and focus on what I'm teaching? Now, this is going to be actual training, not some big sales pitch. Of course, we're going to have an offer at the end of tonight's presentation, but not until I first give you immediately usable content. So let me hear from you. Will you commit to doing that? Will you commit to giving me your full attention all the way through tonight's presentation? All right, Bill says, yep, okay, it's rolling in like a rollers on a slot machine here, and okay, I am convinced that I've got the right group of people, and we're all in the right mindset. Excellent. So why should we care about audiobooks in the first place? All right, first big question. Why should we spend time with this? It is a rapidly growing market, and it has already surpassed $1 million a year. In fact, according to the Audiobook Publishers Association, audiobook buyers, buyers are higher income earners than non-listeners. And you're saying, well, Daniel, why are you telling me this? What does that have to do with me? Well, what it has to do with, folks, is that you have a demographic of people that have money. They have resources to buy your products, your solutions, your ideas. All right? That is a good thing. That's a great place to start, to deal with a group of money, or to deal with a group of people that actually have the money to pay you, because you want to get paid, don't you? Of course you do. I mean, that's what makes the world go round. So I want to start by telling you that these folks, by and large, are higher income earners than non-listeners. Also, they are well-educated people. In fact, 21% have completed postgraduate work or hold a doctorate degree, which, by the way, is twice as many as non-listeners. And you're saying, well, Daniel, what does that have to do with me? Okay? What does that have to do with me? Well, the thing is that these people are smart. They're sophisticated. And if they don't otherwise have the resources to pay you, all right, they're smart enough to get the resources. That's really big, too. That's the reason why I want you to understand. Also, these are, by and large, people that are over 30 years old or 30 plus. Again, the people in our economy with more money to spend on your stuff. They are also attuned to book trends through reviews and bestsellers list, and they are more voracious readers of print books than non-listeners. This means it is much more likely, if they like your audiobook, that they will buy your physical book or Kindle book too. Okay? All right. So here's the thing that I love the best. And I'm a big believer, okay, a huge believer in you doing the things that you need to do in your business today to build real wealth, all right, long-lasting wealth. And if that is why you are here, if that's why that's the reason you're in business, is to build a long-lasting, real asset for yourself, go to your questions box and type in amen. So I know that, that's we're all on the same page on that as well. Amen, says Jeanette. Okay. Joy says not really. Okay, well then you may not like this presentation, because that's what I'm all about, Joy. Okay. Jerry says preach it, brother. Okay, excellent. Here's a guy that I respect quite a bit. His name is Seth Godin. Perhaps many of you know. And one of the things that I love, and the reason why I do what I do, is I want to build with all of my products, and I want you to build with all of your products, with all of your services, a platform of people who know, like, and trust you. Okay? So that when they see something new from you, the sales resistance is much lower, because they already know, like, and trust you. So that's another reason why I love audiobooks, because as Seth says here in this quote, here's the thing. He says, in my experience, audiobook listeners are 10 times more likely to drop me an email or talk about what they heard than book readers. Part of it is the entertaining nature of the presentation, I think. I probably talk better than I write. And part of it is the nature of the experience. It's going to a different part of your brain. And I believe that audiobooks can really, really reach out and connect, reach out and touch your audience in special ways that no other media really can. Okay? So again, another huge reason why I'm so happy that you are here tonight to learn this stuff. So you're probably asking yourself, well, Daniel, let me get this straight. Are you saying that there's a huge market for audiobooks? Yes, I am saying. And you say, well, how do you know that they are so popular? Well, because just listen to this, folks. Because listening to audio is the only media, the only one you can consume while engaged in some other activity. For example, consumers listen to audiobooks and podcasts while they are commuting or driving or exercising or working or even using it to train their children to read. Okay? That's the reason why audio is so hot. And the reason why it will continue to be hot. Because how many of us try to multitask, try to walk the dog and try to do something at the same time? Or to go to the gym while we're listening to something. All of us. Well, I imagine, I will say, maybe not all of us, but a large percentage of us. Okay? A very large percentage. A percentage large enough that you need to take notice of the market. Okay? Speaking of people taking notice of the market, look at some of these major players who have taken notice of the market and actually have entered the market in a big way. These are the three primary audiobook marketplaces: Audible, Amazon, iTunes. These players are in this market because they understand there is money in this market. And here's the other thing, and here's a big kicker for each and every one of you. And again, one of the reasons why I'm so happy that you're here tonight. That while demand is high, supply is comparatively low. In fact, for about every 100,000 books published, which are more or less are the number of books published a year, fewer than 5,000 of them are turned into audiobooks. Okay? And there was a big reason for that. Because in the past, it used to be very difficult. It was cost prohibitive. You had to jump through lots of hoops to actually make this happen. Not anymore. That's not anymore. Okay? All right. And that's what we're going to cover here tonight. So what are we going to need to actually make this happen? Okay? And I'm a big believer in just getting right into the content and doing it to it. All right? So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need Kindle or other content. In other words, you have a Kindle book up or some other book up on Amazon. All right? Or any other content with this particular approach that we're using and I'm teaching tonight. The other thing we're going to need is Audacity, which is a free recording software. We're going to need a computer, obviously, a microphone, what's called a CreateSpace account, a spare $5 to have your cover made, okay, and a commitment to yourself that you will produce a quality recording. All right? These are absolutely necessary. So you see this last little bullet point, a commitment to yourself that you're going to produce a quality recording. Do you know why you need to do that? You need to commit to producing high quality. Anyone venture a guess? Go to your questions box. I'd like to hear about that. Why would you think that you need to have a really good quality audio? Kevin got it more or less right on the head. Terry got it on the head too. I'm sorry, Jerry got it on the head. Bob got it too. All right, so here's the thanks. These are all great responses. The fact of the matter is, folks, you want to produce a high quality recording because people are buying a recording. They are buying audio. So if the audio is bad, in an audio book, it doesn't matter. They won't hear past the bad quality of the audio to get to your content in this, with this context, within this context. All right? It may be different if you're selling information products to internet marketers and all that, but that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about selling actual audiobooks to regular people on Amazon. All right? And they expect good quality. So I just want you to get that in your head from the beginning, that whatever you put out into the world, audio-wise, it's got to be really good. And fortunately, I'm going to teach you how to do that here tonight. All right? All right. So, first step is to get Audacity. Get Audacity. So it's pretty easy to get Audacity. Just go over to Google, type in the word Audacity, go, and I've actually give you the steps here. It's going to take you to this download page, and you download the software. And that's it. I mean, it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Okay, pretty easy, pretty straightforward. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to need is we're going to need to set up a CreateSpace account, and this is pretty basic stuff. So I'm just going to I'm going to assume that you know how to download some simple and install simple software like Audacity, and I'm also going to likewise assume that you know how to set up a simple account at a website. CreateSpace.com is where you need to go to set up your account. CreateSpace.com, and just run through create a new account. So no special stuff there. You're also going to need a USB microphone. Now, the microphone that I am using, I got from my friend Mike Stewart, and it is the one on the right there. It is it's an Audio-Technica 2020 microphone. And I don't remember what the investment was in it when I got it from Mike, but I use this thing every day. Okay, multiple times a day. I'm using this microphone. It's a great microphone. I think it is available on Amazon or maybe eBay. In fact, if you go to Daniel Hall Presents, I've got the Daniel Hall Presents /Mike, M-I-C. Not Mike as in Mike Stewart, but M-I-C as in microphone, M-I-C. It will take you to the page of my recommended mics on Amazon, and I think it's available there for $132. Could be wrong. You could, in fact, I don't know, Mike, if you're still selling these microphones. I think I don't think you are anymore. But Mike might. Check.
Well, let me tell you. What happened is when I started, there weren't many choices, and now there are so many great choices. You could overwhelm people. These are still great microphones, the Audio-Technica 2020, but I've changed my business model to where I don't ship physical products anymore. So you're exactly right, but the Apple Store has the Blue, the Snowball, there's the Rode. I mean, there's literally hundreds of great choices now. So don't worry about the model of the microphone. Trust Daniel that this is a great one, and you should spend at least $130 to $150 for a good USB microphone. But you can use a headset USB microphone. There's some good ones out there. They're in the $40, $50 range.
Yeah, I think though this Audio-Technica that we're on now is 135 right now with this little stand. The things I want to show you that it needs to have is it needs to plug in directly into your computer with this little USB that I've circled here. And if you do, if you don't have the investment right now to get a really good mic or a better mic, I should say, get at least a good mic. This is probably going to cost you like $40. Okay, and if you're doing any kind of audio, I'm sorry, but your quality does come through on a large diaphragm microphone like I'm on right now and Mike's on right now. It just sounds so much better. But you can get a pretty good quality with these upper end headsets. But make sure if you do that you've got the Snowball on the end there. and of course it's a USB. Okay, so enough on the microphones. You're just going to need one. You obviously need the microphone to make audio, right? And do not use